Gilbert and the Lost Tooth by Diane deGroat. Chapter 1. The Wiggles. Gilbert had a loose tooth. It wiggled during spelling. It wobbled when he walked, and it hurt when he bit into his sandwich. "Maybe it will fall out today," Patty said. "Don't forget to put it under your pillow if it does." Patty smiled. She had a big window in her mouth. Frank and Margaret had windows too. Louis didn't have a window in his mouth. Louis didn't even have a loose tooth. He didn't want to hear about teeth. He wanted to play kickball. "Gilbert," Louis shouted, "it's your turn. Stop playing with your tooth and kick the ball." Gilbert kicked, but he missed and fell on his bottom. "Uh-oh," he said, holding his mouth. "My tooth came out." Patty said, "Yay, Gilbert! Now the tooth fairy will come." Louis didn't say yay. He said, "Gilbert, stop playing with your tooth and kick the ball." Gilbert put the tooth into his pocket. Then he kicked the ball and made a run. Everyone said, "Yay!" except Louis. When the bell rang, Louis picked up the kickball. He picked up the soccer ball. He picked up the baseball. And he picked up something small and white. Chapter 2. The Worries. After school, Gilbert ran home. "My tooth fell out," he shouted. "Let me see it," Lola said. Gilbert reached into his pocket, but he didn't find a tooth. He found a hole. Gilbert ran to Mother and cried, "I lost my tooth." Mother smiled and said, "It's about time, Gilbert. It was very loose." "No," Gilbert said. I really lost my tooth. I can't find it. I can't put it under my pillow." Mother said, Maybe you can leave a note for the tooth fairy to tell her what happened." "I'm going to leave a note too," Lola said. "Maybe the tooth fairy will bring me something." "But you didn't lose a tooth," Gilbert said. "She doesn't know that," Lola said. Gilbert wrote a note. "Dear Tooth Fairy, I lost my tooth today. I really lost it. Can you leave something under my pillow anyway? I will be more careful next time. Thank you. Your friend, Gilbert." Lola wrote a note too. That night, Gilbert put the note under his pillow. Lola put her note under her pillow. And Louis put a small white tooth under his pillow. Chapter 3. The Wake-Up. When the sun went down and the moon came up, the tooth fairy went to work. She packed her bag full of gifts and money. She turned on her magic tooth detector and flew into the night. She flew over the rooftops until her tooth detector lit up. When she was right over Louis's house, it grew brighter and brighter. "I found one," she said. She crept into Louis's room and peeked under his pillow. She found a small white tooth. "My tooth detector is always right," she said. But before she put the tooth into her bag, she looked at it closely. Then she looked at Louis snoring with his mouth open. She said. Suddenly, the tooth detector buzzed and beeped like crazy. It was pointing toward Gilbert's house. The next morning, Gilbert looked under his pillow and found money. Mother said, "The tooth fairy must have seen your note, Gilbert." Gilbert put the money into his piggy bank. Lola looked under her pillow. She found a pink toothbrush. Mother said, "The tooth fairy must want you to take care of your teeth, Lola." Lola brushed her teeth very hard. Maybe they will come loose. Louis looked under his pillow. He didn't find money. He didn't find a toothbrush. He found a note that said, "Dear Louis, I found a tooth under your pillow, but I do not think it is yours. Sometimes my tooth detector can be wrong. I will be back again when you really lose a tooth. Your friend, the Tooth Fairy." "Oops," Louis said. At recess, Gilbert told everyone about the note he had left under his pillow. Louis wondered if he should tell everyone about the tooth he had found on the playground. He wondered so hard that he didn't see the ball coming. It hit him right in the face. "Ow!" Louis cried. But then he felt something wiggly and wobbly in his mouth. "My tooth is loose!" he shouted. Everyone said, "Yay!" Even Louis.